morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cape Town's International Airport. Could I ask you please remain seated for the conference and switched on. Once they have been turned off, this is then the indication safe to move around the cabin. But please be careful when opening your mail lockers of any items that may have moved around and may fall out and cause injury.
A lot of people look at a disabled person and they judge, and they're like, because you're in a wheelchair you can't speak, or you can't hear, or you don't understand things, and that's just not true. And I think people have these perceptions about what people are able to do, and we want to try and break these perceptions or change them. You need to not judge people for what they look like. You need to judge them for what they do and what they can do. And you need to challenge people on what they can do. Because if people are not challenged, they stay mediocre. And we don't need mediocre people. We need amazing people. And we need people to claim. People need to claim their amazingness and how epic they are. And I think that everybody is epic, and everybody has the possibility to make a difference in some way, and they just need to be inspired to do so.
In South Africa, we had frequent crossroads 20 years ago with the start of the new democratic South Africa. That was a major changing point, and the fact that we're often referred to as the Rainbow Nation is just indicative of the diversity that we have in our country.
Demonstrations against the South African government's strict apartheid policies. In 2 days of demonstrations that began here, between 50 and 100 were killed and hundreds injured.
People are resistant to change, and we often use the little adage that when you're speaking inclusion, you can't learn inclusion, you have to live it. Because you can't force change on people. People have to be partners in change.
I'm here in South Africa doing some service with the Kaylee campaign. I'm here to kind of gain a new perspective and kind of open my mind to other cultures, and then also to explore the social justice issue that we have all come to kind of gain more knowledge of, which is the special needs community, not just in Cape Town or South Africa, but the world.
I'm most excited to get to know these kids and also to hear their stories and see what it's like living here in South Africa with special needs and how they've dealt with their problems and dealt with adversity and getting over that.
In 2014, we've created a relationship with LMU through Vicky Graf, who brought 4 students to Kaylee Cottage and the Kaylee campaign. We were absolutely delighted when she suggested that a larger group come to us for a community-based project in December. Our first thought was we're starting an early childhood development centre which will be inclusive, and we need to dolly up Kaylee Cottage, so having the students paint the classrooms was a first step.
Why you guys are here to help us prettify what's happening. We've had these premises for the last 7 years. We still owe on them, but because we're mavericks, we've also purchased the house next door, so now we owe on that one as well. And we are preparing this place to be an inclusive preschool. So you guys are going to help us do primary colours, and you're going to paint the front 3 rooms, and you're going to help us paint the wall next door. That's for today and tomorrow. We expect big things of you guys. That's just for starters. Have you all met Kaylee and Eden?
Yeah.
My beautiful youngest, Kaylee.
Hi, I'm Katie Mycroft and I'm a co-founder of the Katie campaign. I go to the University of Cape Town. I'm in my final year of studies now. So I'm also an ability activist. So in 2011 I was awarded the International Children's Peace Prize. 2012 I got the Medal for Social Activism from the Nobel Peace Laureate.
Why is it so important to speak out?
For me, it's important to let disabled people know that they don't have an excuse just because they have a disability not to do anything. And 2013, I was awarded the World of Children Youth Award. And I think what's really awesome about these awards is not that I'm getting recognition, it's that the cause is getting recognized and that people are hearing about what we're fighting for.
And then the importance of engaging in a community was the core reason, and Hazel and Keith and Kayleen became the home base.
Kayleen did go through a lot of things, you know, like they don't respect kids with disability. It's like, what I mean is like, when I make an example, when you pass Kayleen with me, you know, then that person will never ask Kayleen, what is wrong, why, are you born like this or whatever. They will always ask me, you know, and that is so like frustrating for Kayleen. Why didn't they come and ask? Now she always say, Mama, why didn't they come to me and ask me what is wrong with me? Why did you know, ask, you know, that is, and for Kayleen it's frustrating because she wanna be, she's in a wheelchair, she's happy in a wheelchair, but she still wanna be like a normal life. You know, forget about the wheelchair. Look at my face, talk to me, treat me normal.
I wish that people can treat me normal, and I wish that people can just treat me like others, like a normal person, and I wish they can talk to me and I can make more friends. We started in the ground because I couldn't use my left arm. And since I've been dancing now, yeah, I make me strong. I like singing, I like dancing, I like performing with people, and I want to open my own dance school one day.
Having heard about Kayleen's disability brought us closer together, you know, because look, Kayleen is a human being and she got a mind and like any child, you know, growing up. We were just hungry for advice. That's why we went to Zelda at the Kaylee campaign and told her, listen here, we want to, I mean, we actually asked her if we couldn't be a branch of the Kaylee campaign in Lavender Hill.
All I want is the best for, you know, for Lavender Hill. A nice upgrade and a lot of changes, especially with the drugs and the gangsters. But that's how I take it. One step at a time.
Say happy anniversary. We wanted to give you these flowers. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I spend about 1,000, 2,000 rand a month just using drugs and alcohol. I used to drink whiskey, brandies, the whole thing. But after the accident, I don't know. I was, you know, when I don't even know how the car hit us. My mind just went blank. It's like when somebody dies, to me, I died. And I woke up again, you know, and when I opened my eyes, now my mouth was full of glass, and afterwards in hospital, you know, I was for 4-6 months in hospital. I realized afterwards, listen here, no man, this is now a sign, you know, for me now to open my eyes, to get a foundation, to get God in my life, you know, and start building, you know, a life for myself and the family, because who suffers at the end of the day is my family. I mean, you know, and I just decided to leave it. To me, drug addicts and people that use cocaine or whatever can get away from it. It's just a mindset of themselves and the environment that they are in.
I grew up without my mother, and it hurt me because she just dropped me off at school, and it was my first day at school, grade 1. And when I came home, my mommy wasn't at home, and then I just felt like she threw me away. She never phoned. She was gone for like more than 10, 11 years. Came back out of the blue, expected me to accept her like just like that. But yeah, that is the actual reason why I chose to make drugs my friend, as to run away to drugs and numb my feelings that I felt. I didn't want to deal with my emotions at all.
It's very hard to change here around. You know why? Because drugs rules the whole place, actually, you understand now. Now people doing stuff like the minor things, being in it, things that just don't work. They have nothing to do at home. Now the drugs, just almost like the drugs is calling them and pulling them into a thing, you understand now? At the end of the day, they're in the drugs and they can't come out of it.
That's basically what it is, man. The drugs rule and there's no work that you are sent to it. But if you want to see the change in the world, you'll be the change. If I want to see the change, I have to be the change, do things differently every day. That will be the change.
And once the drug thing took over, where other social evils come in along with it, like child abuse, child neglect, domestic violence, and all of those things, which has a very negative impact on the school, because teachers then has to act as social workers. They have to act as parents in a way, because most of those children, their parents are absent.
I didn't want to talk to anyone about how I felt, and then I ended up just using drugs and going mad, partying, going on with the gangsters and all of that.
Me and him was standing on the corner here. You see, that was now when we were a little younger, but growing up about 17 years old, when we were standing on the corner. Guys came past, they shot us to come take over in this place, you see. But they shot him through his leg here. And they shoot on me here through my neck and through my back. Understand? So what we've done, we only done something to protect ourselves. You see, like fighting back actually, but actually protecting ourselves, also self-defense, you understand now?
You can't even sometimes go to church in the night. And you must stay at home. Then you can only go on a Sunday. Because the gun shooting is very bad. And there were many innocent children in Lavender Hill that lost their life through the shooting.
But to take their minds off, the classes, the groups, maybe we can do some planting and things like that. Like I said, you started it and we have to just to go forward.
But maybe if they can get more jobs and things for us, the
unemployment rate is crazy high. If you just take a drive around, you'll see so many people walking around not working. It's accepted in society that there's gangsters, drugs are rife. It can seem quite dire and hopeless, but it's where I grew up. This is home. So
dropped out of school, and that's when my life started going off the edge. I went to jail. I was nearly raped, and I was nearly killed by the gangsters that I hanged out with. And that opened my eyes because of the things that happened to me. And I knew that that's not the life that my great-grandmother who raised me wanted for me. So I had to turn around and make a change.
They went to school Sundays. They go to Sunday school every Sunday.
Do you believe that love is the key to change?
Very much.
So I originally thought I would be painting a mural, but that changed. I was in the wheelchair, and it kind of gave me a new perspective. I found that Bota and Janine and Kayleen, who are in wheelchairs, felt more comfortable talking to me. And also it was cool because I could kind of sit back and see older community members starting the painting and the kids trying to join in. And, you know, seeing Bota and Josh, who's blind, paint, and having the kids help them too, having the able-bodied kids helping the disabled-bodied kids to help the painting. I thought that was really cool. And just kind of seeing how the community people would walk by and say, hey, you know, what are you doing? I think one of the favorite things was Keith mentioned that the kids wouldn't recognize the street without all the graffiti, and that it wouldn't feel like home, but this is a much better home for them to be in. That was really cool.
Right now we are painting our chant that we sing to the kids. That's really empowering. It's basically, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. So we're just going to paint it around the wall and have the kids put their hand on the wall with paint.